Good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to this Thursday's training. My name's Kath Nolden. I'm from the wellnesstree.uk and you are in my private Facebook community with me live or on replay, or maybe you're watching this on YouTube. So a very warm welcome to you. And what do? I just love to help people in the grey area drinking category, this mystical, mysterious space between now and again drinking and end of spectrum drinking, where you'd need professional medical help to detox safely. I work in the middle area, the grey area where most people are over drinking, questioning their relationship with alcohol, maybe wanting to drink less, drink none, take a break, not sure, just questioning it. Maybe you're there, maybe you're someone who's already decided that you don't want alcohol in your life anymore and you are working on sobriety, on creating that life where alcohol just doesn't fit anymore, doesn't resonate, and you're ready to step into you, into all of you, and just come here to create really living the life that you want to live. So today I want to talk about really creating on-track days that you are proud of. Whether you're working on drinking less, working towards none, or you're already sober, but you want to stay consistent. You want to build these on-track days. Now, this is something that we work on in Strong Roots in my mini program, and we are working on creating on-track days together, and it's done in your way, a way that feels really good to you. Because let's face it, you're not going to want to stay on track and be consistent and do the healthy habits if they don't feel aligned with you. So how do we do this? How do we do this? I want to start with, first of all, it's really about your awareness. Your awareness with where you're at. So you are obviously here in this group. You're aware that you are possibly sober curious. You're wanting to drink less. You're wanting to drink nothing at all. You're aware there's specific problems that alcohol has been creating in your life or is creating. And you want to move from this place to freedom, to peace, to calm, to protecting your energy, and you want to really rewire your brain, your energy and your perspective, which is exactly what the Wellness Tree does. Now, how do we do that? It's not about white knuckling through, it's not about willpower, it's not about hanging on and hoping that we don't drink and just hoping that some miracle happens and we're going to wake up one day and all of our problems and cycles have been fixed. It doesn't work like that. It's down to us as the individual to be completely responsible for our state, for our energy, for regulating our nervous system. And we're not taught how to do this. And what happens is we get to this place where we have had enough of the emotional pain, maybe symptoms, physical symptoms, perhaps problems and challenges that are appearing in our life. And most of all, we are sick of the guilt, the shame, the empty promises, the missing out on opportunities and all that we have come to create. And maybe you're feeling like I did over 9 years ago, that actually I need to create a whole new me. I need to be a completely different person. And that's the place where I got to before the wellness tree really sort of came into my world. And I was thinking, well, I know I want to create this new me. I want to be free of alcohol. I don't know how to do that. So that's what I'm going to share with you today, the how. The how do we do that? People think it's just, well, I'm just going to create a plan and I'll stick to it and I'll stay disciplined, I'll stay focused, I'll do the things, I'll force myself into it, and then hopefully it's going to stick. That's not how we do things here. What we actually need to create is a root system. A root system. The first thing we need to work on is regulating the nervous system. We need to create safety within, and this is something that happens over a long period of time. And it's our responsibility to create this safety within. And so many of us have come from traumatic childhoods, whatever that looks like. We've come from beliefs, from stories, from thoughts, from reactions and triggers and all kinds of things running the show. And we keep ourselves small, we keep ourselves safe, we don't want to push ourselves too much, and when anything starts to feel uncomfortable, we then start to overdrink or overeat or try and settle and soothe. And we need to comfort and settle and soothe ourselves. Of course, we need to be that nurturing caretaker of ourselves, but as we grow. So we want to break away from the unhealthy patterns that we are stuck in. And in this group, we're focusing on alcohol. And in fact, we're not focusing on alcohol because not drinking is only 10% of alcohol freedom. It's only 10%. And the other 90% is learning how to regulate our state and how to become emotionally sober, how to become emotionally resilient. And this is our work, our responsibility. Tough love here. No one's going to come and knock on the door. We have to do it for us, for ourselves. And so to do that, we first of all have to be okay with failure, right? We may have 1,000 million day ones under our belts. I had millions of day ones. Every Monday was a day one. I'm not drinking. By Friday, I was drinking again. And it was daily habitual drinking. It was grey area drinking. It wasn't end of spectrum, blackout, drunk alcoholic. For me, it was a problem, but I was hiding behind a smile and a mask and everything on the outside appeared fine. But what I was doing, and what so many of us are doing, are trying to calm and settle and soothe and ground at the end of a stressful day. At the end of a day where work stress has taken from us, or having to be a caregiver, or going through a difficult life challenge, we need the tools, we need a root system. So it's not about being perfect. It's about being okay with being messy, with not having all our shit together, with just figuring out the things as we go forwards. We can't see where we're going. We can't see the wood for the trees. It's okay. It's okay. It's about being prepared. It's about being prepared and knowing that we don't know where we're going, and that's okay. It's part of the fun of the journey. It's stepping into the unknown. And we get to shift our perspective here and say, okay, with curiosity, with a sense of adventure. I don't know where the hell I'm going. This feels awkward. This feels uncomfortable. This feels unsafe. I'm feeling the fear. I'm doing it anyway. Because it feels like a wilderness trek, honestly. Stepping into a world of not drinking, and maybe you're working on drinking less and letting it go. Maybe you're not sure quite where you are, and that's okay too. I was there too. And I just decided, in fact, it took many attempts to actually let alcohol go completely. And now I'm 9 years on my sober journey. And I don't think about alcohol at all ever now, really. It might just be a fleeting thought. I'm now on my sugar freedom journey, but really I'm on my soul freedom journey, which is what we are all on. We're all wanting to come home to ourselves and find out who that is. And this is something that unfolds the more that we step forwards into the unknown, the more that we take those baby stretches forward. And this is the work that we're doing inside Strong Roots. Okay, we're doing it together. It's really important to be doing it with other people, to have that accountability. But before any of that, we need to have a plan, and we need to have a root system to plug into. So whether you're doing 3 days, 3 weeks, you're doing 3 months, a year, a sober life, whatever you're doing, it's really important that you have a plan. Step 1 of this is to really know why you want to do this. So you can just grab your notebook, grab a journal, and by the way, having a journal for this journey ahead is something I highly, highly recommend. It's what I did. I was journaling like a crazy person, and it helped so much. So let's start at this root. We need to get to the root here with a why. And ask yourself, why do I want to work towards sobriety? Let's just call it, why do I want to be alcohol free? Whether it's for today, whether you've set a little challenge for yourself, why is that? Why do you want to create this positive change? And really go beyond the surface reasons here. Don't just accept a couple of answers from yourself. I want you to go really deep with this, because this is going to be your driver. This is going to be your engine. Your why is going to help you, and not just in alcohol freedom, but in all of the habits that you set up in your day-to-day life that are going to get you to where you want to go. So your healthy habits are your vehicle. So why do you want to be alcohol free? Think about how is drinking alcohol impacting your health, your energy, your relationships, your work, your emotions, your finances? How is it impacting those areas? And what does it cost you spiritually? Alcohol is so expensive. The drinking habit is so expensive. It's so depleting. And we know that. But also, there's a voice inside of us. Maybe I'm tapping into your inner rebel right now, and she's popping up and she's saying, but alcohol's so fun. Life without drinking feels really boring. I just enjoy drinking. So I used to say these things too, and there's still that part within me. I agree, alcohol can feel fun. A glass of wine in the evening can feel really nice to unwind with and relax. But it's that point where it doesn't feel good anymore, where maybe you are like where I was, where you were are drinking every day. Maybe it's a bottle of wine or more, or not. It's different for all of us, but the amount that you're drinking just doesn't sit right with you anymore. And there's certainly no judgment from me at all. I come at this from a very neutral space, and I have been in all of those dark places. I know it, I understand it, and you know, you have me with you here because I really, really understand it. And I also know that it's down to us to really look at this, to break this, and it's powerful, brave, deep, courageous work. So just give yourself a pat on the back for even being here and for even listening to this. This pain that you are tapping into, this pain that maybe you don't want to look at, it doesn't feel good, this is what becomes your fuel for liftoff. So if you're getting frustrated, like, why is this not happening for me yet? Why can I not string some days together? Why do I keep going back into the day one drinking cycle? Know this, there's nothing wrong with you. Know this, number two, it's not a logical thing. We cannot think our way through this. Yes, we can learn mindset, different ways of being. It's our state. It's down to our state. It's who we are being, and we have to teach our body. We have to reconnect with our body because we have been very disconnected, maybe our whole lives. And so we have to reconnect with our body. And this is about learning tools, specific grey area drinking tools, which is what we work on in Strong Roots together. It's about, yes, I recommend the journal. Get the journal practice going if you haven't already. But it's also about questioning ourselves. It's also being okay with separating ourselves from our mind and just observing ourselves and getting curious about our habits and why we do the things we do. When you know your why and what's important to you, you will stop negotiating with your old patterns. The why is something it's like I'm doing this, it's like an engine that's whirring away in the background. And it might be a really quiet, soft little purr. But the more you're doing this work daily, the stronger that engine becomes. And then one day, it's like you've got your foot on the gas, you're revving, your cylinders are firing, you're getting ready to go, but maybe the plane's not quite taking off yet. There's like a few little kind of shifts and things that have to happen, but you will be ready to go. You'll just get like, right, I'm done. Over to you, universe. You take care of this. I am done. I'm just going to focus on showing up every day, staying devotional to myself, to what matters, to my why, and I am going to do this. I'm going to do this. This is exactly what happened to me. And it's a practice, it's messy, you'll fail many times, and be okay with that, because every failure contains lessons, it contains feedback, it also gives us, it's like guidance for where we need more support, where we need to tweak our plans. So this is step one. This is knowing your why, knowing what's important to you, being okay with messy, imperfect, forward action. Keep on, keeping on, keep recommitting every day, reset, review, reset, review. Step two is to map your vision. Now, sometimes, very often in fact, we can't see the bigger picture. You might be like I was, and I was in a place where I didn't know what I wanted in life. I didn't know what I wanted to create, but what I did know is I wanted to be free of the drinking cycle. I wanted to feel inner peace. I wanted mental freedom. I wanted freedom from alcohol. I wanted to feel better about myself and create on-track days I was proud of. I wanted to be doing the things. I wanted to just yeah, feel good about myself. And I wanted energy and to sort of feel calm. And I was also navigating huge anxiety, and I didn't know how to handle that. So we need to, first of all, before we look at this vision, is to work with the now and create safety within. And we do that by working with the nervous system. So breathing, literally just nasal breathing as often as you can, checking in the day with your state, asking yourself, what do I need right now? It's the basic needs. Remember the HALT acronym. Am I hungry, angry, lonely, or tired? And then choosing something nourishing for yourself. It's also about feet flat on the floor, grounding, connecting, pushing your feet into the floor, bringing yourself to this present moment. Again, we are working on strong roots on this, and actually just having making the time. These things don't take a long time. They in 30 seconds while you're waiting for the kettle to boil, or you're sat at a red light, or you're just doing the washing up or something, cleaning your teeth. It's like, connect with the floor, bring your consciousness into this present moment. Because most of the time we are not here. We are busy, we are distracted. And the amount of times people say to me, I haven't got time for this. It's like, really? You haven't got time for your health and for your energy? Without you in your prime condition, well, how can you have that amazing life and all of the things that you want to create and really work with your why? So again, it comes back to alcohol, the relationship with alcohol. What are you making alcohol mean? What does it give you? What does it give you? And what it gives you is a temporary fix. So we need to train ourselves to find genuine fun, genuine connection with what truly, truly matters from the heart. Not from an addicted, escaped, and numbed out place. So, mapping your vision, it's doing the work of the new identity. And again, we're doing this in Strong Roots, my mini program. We are wanting to know who the new you is. Who is this version of you that you're wanting to be becoming? And it's not a version that's way over there sometime and I can't wait till I get there. That version of you is right here, right now. Jump into her shoes today. So what would she do? What would she do today? How would she think? What thoughts would she think? This is stuff you want to be journaling on. How do I want to show up today? What is the version of me today that tomorrow will be proud of? What one thing can I do today that is going to move the needle forward? What is it? Is it a simple thing like going out for a walk, creating some space, connecting with nature? Is it just sitting with some tea? Is it just being 5 minutes in stillness? We need to cut the noise, cut the busyness, cut the distractions, turn off, be unavailable, and reconnect. We can only see the vision, hear the guidance, if we create those moments of stillness and connection. We're not waiting for this perfect future to show up. It's something we build today in today's habits. Maybe it's 5 minutes of meditation. Maybe it's 5 minutes of journaling. Maybe it's just voicing yourself in a post inside this group, sharing from your heart. Perhaps it's getting some accountability, finding the person that you want to do this journey with. Get yourself in Strong Roots. We're having so much fun. Ask me for the information. It's really amazing. We're building this brick by brick, step by step, root by root. The identity is something that is created in baby steps every day, chipping away, right? We need to do it by getting specific. And this brings me into step 3, which is to build soul-aligned habits. So I want you to think of the actual habits that you love to do. If you're doing something and you're forcing yourself to do something and you hate it and you dread it, why are you doing it? Please don't do it. And it could be something like, for me, I used to think this way about my running habit. I used to force myself to do it, but once I'd done it, I realised why I did it, because it really helps me reconnect to myself. I do it for the mental health benefits. It clears my mind. I feel amazing when I come back. But this was something I had to keep chipping away at to find the real why. So sometimes the why is hidden. So your habits, the things that you love to do, and these are simple things, baby things. These are your feeders. These are your anchors. And we want to build these into daily habits, daily rhythms, daily routines. Doesn't need to take a huge amount of time. It could be a quick morning check-in and aligning your morning with the new identity. It could be a really gentle evening wind down, so you're ready for a great night's sleep ahead. It's about creating sacred pauses in your day to check in with your energetic state. And it's not just mindset, it's this embodiment. Your body needs to learn that safety and peace is possible without wine. It's our job to teach ourselves this. So use your tools, and I've already mentioned these, but my 3 top recommended tools for you are breath. This is the fastest way to reset your nervous system. Just long, deep, slow, gentle breathing in and out through the nose. This is the only breathing practice I have been doing consistently over the last few years, and I now do it automatically. My body just does it. Every time I'm aware, I bring my awareness back and think, oh gosh, I just feel really tense, or it's when I notice I've been really busy in my mind, I come back to the breath. And this is something lovely to do if you're out for a walk. Maybe you're walking your dog, or you're just walking down to the shops or wherever, and you're just reconnecting to the space, to your environment. Bring yourself back to now. Number 2 is the mindset check-ins, and just notice what you're thinking. And is the thought that you're thinking fueling the craving that you might be having? People so often don't know how to navigate through cravings, and we try and push them down and squash them and resist them. Actually, we need to be welcoming them and feeling them, because this is how we diffuse them. We're doing a lot of work on cravings in Strong Roots currently, and you're going to want to get yourself in there to really learn the real depths to these cravings, and they will melt your fear around them, and soon you'll just be not triggered by them, because you'll know how to work with them. And this fuels you, this adds to you, this really helps you to create these on-track days, because cravings won't be running the show. And then number 3 tool is journaling. Check out the work by Byron Katie as well, and really get to the thoughts running the show, the things, the beliefs underneath the surface. And then there's other tools like EFT, there's tapping, Brad Yates, there's somatic work. I give you all of these deeper tools and more specific ones that I've used inside Strong Roots as well. And then step 5, you need to plan for the triggers. So habits are one thing, triggers are another, and you need to anticipate them. And this means bringing the awareness in. How do we do that? Okay, here you go. So ask yourself this question. When do I usually drink? When do I usually drink? And what people, times, or emotions spark this urge to drinking? And now ask, what new rituals can I put there instead? So you're still keeping that, maybe that time around, if it's like wine o'clock, for example, you're still keeping that ritual, but you're replacing the alcohol with something else, with a special drink. Maybe it's AF wine or beer, or if that's not for you, maybe it's a herbal tea, but you're keeping that ritual, but you're changing the substance. And you're replacing it with soul-led choices. This is such great self-care. And that's just one example. I mean, there's loads more to that, but this is the deeper work that we're doing in Strong Roots. You also, step 6, you want to plan for when life gets messy. So what happens when we're out of routine? And this is the part that we often forget about when something happens. Maybe we're away on holiday, maybe we've come back from holiday and we're sort of settling back into the normal routine. So think about holidays, think about illness, stress, divorce, celebrations, grief, all of these things, caring for a loved one. You know, it's tough. It's like navigating these sometimes horrific, really hard challenges that life puts in our path. And staying on track, I mean, gosh, it can feel so difficult, can't it? And we need to actually plan within our plan. So plan for these times. I have what I call an emergency ritual, which is the bare bones, the bare basics, which would support my nervous system. So learning what to do when the waves hit, and we want to have this somewhere where we can find it easily. And so sobriety, not drinking, it doesn't mean life stops. It actually means you're living it, you're fully prepared, and this creates safety within. And then we are at a place where our field opens up to possibility. We're then in a more receptive place. We can then get creative and we can then get resourceful and be the person that says, okay, let me see how I can find a way around this. Having a mind like water, let me see how I can flow through this challenge or shift around it so it's not going to take me down, so it's not going to stop me in my tracks. So your Stay Sober plan, whatever you want to call it, it's your soul freedom map. It's not rigid. There's no rules. It's what you want to create. It's something that evolves with you as well, because we have seasons and cycles just like nature. So your habits may well change month to month, week to week. Start really, really small. And be the version of you that's not winging it, not hoping. Be the version of you that's choosing it, that's empowered, coming from that really queenly leader within. And we all have her. We can all tap into that place where you are queen of your castle. You are queen of your environment. That is your external environment and your internal environment. You are queen of your energetic field. You have amazing boundaries. You protect your peace fiercely. I got to the end of my first year sober, before I had my drinking experiment that I've talked about before, and I bought myself this gorgeous picture of the little Buddha that I've shared about before. And he's sat there with the candle, he's meditating, and I got to my first year sober and I wanted to buy myself something meaningful as a kind of present. And I bought that because I realised my peace is the most important thing to me. It's the most highest value I have. I need to protect my peace. And when we hold that at the highest point, it becomes our guiding star. And we can feel, energetically, we can feel the people, the places, the things, the environments that are starting to wobble the peace, that are starting to not feel good. And we can put up a no. We can put up a no thank you and an I'm not available and that's not for me, with love and kindness and compassion. We have to take charge. It's down to us. If right now for you things are falling away, there's death, decay, destruction, it's messy, it feels like you're in this place where you know you want things to change and maybe you're feeling stuck. Maybe you've had some really great wins, but you want more consistency. Reach out to me. Connect with me. I've got free tools, free resources. Share with me what's going on for you. Say hi. I love to hear from you. And if you would love details about Strong Roots is my newish mini program. We have a very small group of women in there. Some are drinking less but working towards none. Some are not drinking at all. We're all at different stages with this, but it's a safe space. It's a non-judgmental place, and we are doing this work together. And right now it's just £38 a month. You can cancel anytime. You can join whenever you're ready. It's no pressure. We have a weekly group coaching call. Everything is recorded. You have resources. You have everything that you need to create this strong root system. We're starting really in this beginning foundational place where most people, they don't have this stuff. We need to get this root system embedded, create safety within, learn to protect our peace so that we can focus on growing into our branches, into those different life areas. And we can start to then see cycles starting to break, patterns start to fall away. And when you have the community, when you have the permission for it to all be messy and imperfect together, when you have the accountability, when you're celebrating and sharing your wins, even the tiniest things, this is where we start to shift. We start to see the magic happen. Okay? I'll leave it there. I hope this has helped. Any questions, pop them below. If you'd love the details for Strong Roots, pop roots in the comments or send me a message and I'll get that information to you. You can join straight away. You can join anytime. Lots of love, gorgeous souls. Take care.